Hey everybody, Jim Faulkner here to talk to you today about homework assignment 12 with the UNC Coding Bootcamp at Chapel Hill. That is the employee tracker assignment. This assignment employs MySQL as well as backend functionality through Node.js, as we've been working on for quite some time now. This is a simple application that helps leaders, CEOs, business owners, HR generalists, depending on the size of the company, manage their existing departments, roles, and employees, as well as add and modify things as they see fit. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I've got my landing page right here. There are three main buckets of everything that this app is capable of right now, although I did leave room for improvement and enhancements. We can add fields, we can modify certain attributes of certain fields, and then we can view fields. We're going to talk about adding fields in this video, and then I'll do a second video where we talk about modifying and viewing. So you can see right here, this is just where we have the database created, and everything uses the Inquirer package, which lives in this prompts.js file that you see right here. All we're really doing here is creating the connection and kicking everything off with the first question. And this first question is asking if we'd like to add, view, or modify information. So let's just take a look from a command prompt perspective as what this is going to look like. I'm going to let's add a department. Security. Would you like to perform another action? Yes. I'm going to add a role. Overnight guard. Salary. And then what department does that live in? Would you like another action? Let's go ahead and add overnight security guard. First name is Hank, last name is Tate. And Hank's job title is going to be overnight guard. Be a people manager? No. Will they report to anyone? No, they will not. They're inserted. Would you like to perform another action? So let's look at what happens when they do have a manager that they're reporting to. So let's say we are bringing over Karen Filippelli from a different branch. Karen is going to be a salesperson. She's not going to be a leader, but she will report to a leader. Who is that? These are the two people that we have designated as leaders right now within this organization, Michael Scott and Daryl Filburn. In this case, Karen's direct leader is going to be Michael Scott. Would you like to perform another action? No, we are all good for the time being. Let's talk a little bit about this. So we're essentially asking what we want to do. Do we want to add, view, or modify? And then based off of that selection, we're getting a series of questions. What would you like to add? A department, role, or employee? You saw the different options we had there for that. We add a department and we have a line of questions. We add a role, we have a line of questions. We have an employee, we have a line of questions, which is a little bit more involved just because sometimes you'll have a manager, sometimes you will not have a manager. So there's a little bit of extra functionality in here outside of the just adding the employee, where we're essentially getting a list of managers, selecting the most recently added employee, and then assigning them to their appropriate manager here in the add manager function. So just a little bit extra that we have with the particular addition application that's not going to be present in some other things that we're talking about. But that's the long and the short of how everything is. You know, if we go into MySQL, we can see that the department that we just created right there, security number 25. We can see the role that we just created also is overnight guard right there. And we can see that the employee that we just created, or both employees that we just created, Hank and Karen, are both right there. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. Have a good night.